Hello, welcome to this video guide from the Academic Skills Centre on returning to education. This will provide you with some advice and guidance on a few key areas to start with. We'll try to better understand what is expected of you when studying at university. We'll explore some strategies to help you manage your studying and learning alongside other commitments you may have. We'll think about some ways to study most effectively when learning online. And finally, there's a lot more guidance we can provide you with. This is just the start. So we'll show you where you can find that too. Returning to education after a break of any kind is an exciting opportunity, but it might understandably also feel quite daunting. You may also have had a break or be returning to education for a number of reasons. But remember, during this time you will likely have developed many valuable skills already, which will really help you when studying, and you can build on these further. Equally, having the motivation to return to education in itself shows you have the qualities and attitude needed for studying successfully. Here are some examples of different skills which will help you when studying. Pause the video here for a moment and reflect. Which of these have you already developed? Can you think of any others? Are there any you think you might need to develop further? You will also likely have lots of questions, and don't worry, you will definitely not be alone in this. Let's now have a look at what to expect at university. You will definitely have a rich and varied learning experience, and everyone's will be different. But some of the main things to expect include different types of direct teaching and contact with academic staff, from lectures where lots of subject content will be provided, to smaller group seminars and tutorials where you will contribute to discussions, share and challenge each other's ideas. In some subject areas, you'll be actively involved in laboratory work too. You will also be expected to study and learn independently, outside of direct teaching. This will involve managing and planning your own time, exploring beyond the materials you are given, evaluating the information, and considering how it connects with other information and ideas. You will likely also need to work collaboratively with others on your course, perhaps for assignments or as part of seminars or laboratory work. Working with others can really provide a great sense of support, encouragement, and motivation too. Your learning will also probably involve a mixture of teaching and learning, which is face-to-face and online. Your online teaching might be delivered in a range of ways, and you might hear it referred to as either asynchronous or synchronous. Asynchronous just means that the lecture, workshop or materials have been pre-recorded and prepared, and will be available for you to look at a time convenient to you. Synchronous means that the lecture or workshop is being delivered live, online, and that you will attend virtually at a predetermined time. This is most like a traditional face-to-face session, and will likely offer more opportunity for interaction in the form of questions, discussions, and activities. Your tutors will have carefully considered how they best deliver their teaching and materials to help you learn most effectively. So you should treat both of these styles of learning with equal importance. We'll look at some strategies to particularly help you learn online shortly. Now, let's think about what will be expected of you when studying at university. Whilst you'll be provided with lots of suggested materials for your subject, which you will need to engage with, you will also be expected to research independently beyond these. You won't be able to read everything, of course, so you will need to be selective, deciding what is most relevant. Also, read actively, making sure you really engage with and question the materials. For many aspects of your study, you will need to make notes, so it's important to make these as clear, concise, and useful to you as possible. For example, don't try to record everything from a lecture, just the main points. Add questions and thoughts to your notes and revisit them regularly. Again, this will help you better engage with and remember them. Of course, in assignments, you will be expected to reference the materials you use too. so make sure to keep track of them and be aware of your school or department's guidance around this too. We can also provide you with lots of advice on referencing. A crucial part of studying at university involves thinking critically around your subject. This means engaging with different materials and opinions, questioning and evaluating these, and deciding whether you agree or disagree. This will really help you to form your own ideas, creating clear, structured arguments and conclusions, which you should then be able to justify. Of course, you will then also need to be able to communicate these ideas clearly, for example, through writing or presentations. This involves demonstrating the quality rather than quantity of your understanding, choosing relevant ideas to explore, communicating these clearly and concisely to others, having a clear structure, including following expected styles and formats for your subject area, using and engaging with evidence, and really importantly, doing all of this to build strong and easy to follow arguments. Alongside studying, you might also have a number of other commitments and responsibilities. So let's think about some strategies to help you deal with this. Time management. Remember firstly that your time at university overall is short, and so you deserve the time and space to be able to commit to it whilst you're here, and so you can get the most out of your experience. The academic year is short, so try to look and plan ahead as early as you can, perhaps by creating a semester plan. Look out for important dates, such as assignment deadlines. You can then work backwards from these and plan the steps you need to take to prepare for them. It is also worth including important dates for events and commitments outside of study too, so you can spot when any busy periods might be. Set yourself definite and, if possible, regular times when you will study each day and week, and also clear times when you will not be studying. This will help you find a good study and life balance. If you are studying online a lot, it's really important to have clear times when you log on and also log off. If you need to engage online with lots of asynchronous, pre-recorded lectures or materials, include these onto your weekly timetable, alongside any synchronous live lectures or seminars. This will mean you stop them building up and gives you adequate time to prepare and engage with the materials. It might also help to share your set study times and deadlines with those you might live with, or friends and family. They will then be aware of when to give you space and time, and will also provide encouragement. Wherever you are studying, it is important to find a clear space where you can study effectively. If you don't have a designated desk or room for study, try creating a pop-up space that can be removed at the end of your study session. This will provide a definite distinction from your home life too. If you can, sometimes moving around or changing your environment can also help you with different aspects of your thinking. For example, if you need to generate lots of ideas, taking a walk might help. If you need to do some very detailed thinking or write assignments, then you'll probably need a quieter, more structured desk environment. All of us can become easily distracted too, so be honest with yourself and try and remove these wherever you can. For example, by moving your phone into a different room or switching off social media or emails. When you start university, there is usually a lot of information to take in, and you will never be expected to remember all of it. Try and focus on the most important details, which will make your initial experience smooth, such as your timetable, key people to be aware of, like your personal tutor, where to find your course guidance and materials, and any important deadlines. Even more importantly, know where to find the information again in future, so you can return to it as and when you need it. There's a huge amount of support available to you at university to help you with your studies, well-being and future. It's useful to at least be aware of these for when you might need. You will find support from your personal academic tutor, well-being services, career services, and, of course, us in the Academic Skills Centre. Learning online might be a familiar or completely new experience to you. Either way, remember there can be many positives to it, including being able to study more flexibly when it suits you. It's also an opportunity to try things out. Learning online is new for a lot of people, so don't be afraid to try different strategies and see what does and doesn't work for you. It's also a great chance to explore some online tools and ways of working, which might improve your study skills overall. And none of this is wasted. There's a good chance this will all be very useful for any future study or work you might do. When it comes to engaging with online learning materials, such as pre-recorded lectures, here are some tips. Prepare ahead. Before watching live or pre-recorded lectures, give yourself adequate time to do any preparatory reading or activities. This might include brushing up on any specialist vocabulary to help you better understand the presented materials. Try to actively summarise what you have learned about the topic so far and what you don't yet understand. Make a list of questions you expect or would like the session to cover. This will really help focus your mind before engaging with the materials. If you are engaging with pre-recorded materials such as videos or lectures, it's a good idea to watch these at normal speed the first time you look at them. Make active notes. It's important to try to paraphrase or summarise the most important points rather than writing everything. Think about your notes as you go along and ask yourself questions. Return to your notes afterwards and consider any sections that you found difficult to understand. If the lecture is pre-recorded, then revisit only those parts of the lecture. This will help you to be selective and focus your thinking. You may well have some questions you need to follow up with your tutor for when you next see them. Note these down somewhere safe. Keep a note also of any ideas you might be able to bring to class discussion or even your assignments, along with any areas you might need to research further. You should never feel alone when you are learning online. Wherever there is the opportunity to get involved in online discussions or activities, then be brave and go for it. Your tutors and peers on your course will be really pleased, and you will learn and remember information much more easily if you have been actively involved. And don't be afraid to reach out and connect with others on your course. They will really appreciate it. You could perhaps meet online for a debrief of the lecture or workshops. In terms of the online tools and technology you and your tutors may be using, it is a good idea to become familiar with these as soon as you can, so you feel confident. Before a live lecture, you may have to download specific software, so check any information you have been sent and do this in good time. Check the instructions you are given to join. Does it include a link to somewhere you can test your device? If so, this will allow you to check you can hear and see everything okay, well before you have to do it for real. And remember to stay safe online. Make sure to follow any guidance you're given around this. Why not take the opportunity to explore some additional tools to help you with online study, such as for note-taking, organisation and collaborative working? There's lots of guidance available on these for you. Pause the video for a moment. Make a note of any areas of your studying which you think might benefit from using an online tool. If you are studying away from campus, make the most of the huge variety of online library resources available to you. Don't just rely on your favourite search engine, but use appropriate, trusted academic resources. Take a look at your module resource list for resources your tutor has particularly recommended, and explore the library catalogue, filtering your search to online items. Have a look at your subject guide to see a selection of the most important resources on your subject, as well as advice on effective search strategies and referencing. To make all of this work successfully, it's so important to look after yourself and your well-being whilst you are studying. Your learning will be much easier if you feel healthy, rested and relaxed. So remember, take regular breaks and step away from that screen. Go outside, connect with nature and the world outside your studying. Exercise, Eat healthily and drink lots of water. Get your sleep. This really helps the brain to absorb information and reduces stress. And connect with others on your course and friends and family. When you are really focusing on your studies, it can be easy to forget this, but it's very important for your well-being and to help you feel supported. Most importantly, being at university is a unique and special time in life, so try to enjoy it as much as possible. This is your time to learn, develop, and embrace the experience. Think positively. You can do this. If you work hard, you are curious, and you make the most of the information and advice you are given, you will succeed. This is a chance to develop yourself, your skills and interests in all kinds of ways, beyond just studying too, so make the most of it. And don't be scared to try new things and take risks. At university, even the most experienced professors are always learning, exploring and trying new things in their research and teaching. So why not join in? The Academic Skills Centre can support you in your studies with a wide range of academic and digital skills. Explore the Academic Skills Gateway for lots of online guidance, including specific support on learning online. Via our web pages, you can also book a confidential one-to-one appointment with a friendly skills advisor, find out about any upcoming workshops and more. We hope to see you soon.